Last week's ITP Live Summit debated the UAE's new social media laws that are coming this June. How did the industry react to that debate? I'm here with Eddie Taylor and you're watching Inside AB. Okay, Eddie, we were both at the summit.
There I am.
On stage, there you are.
You can see me on there. There I am, proof.
First, let's just recap on what those laws are before we get into how the industry reacted.
Well, it's not so much a series of laws as more like a kind of a very standard regulation now. The National Media Council of Dubai have basically said that anybody that receives money or payment in kind for any kind of promotion on electronic media, which is how they describe it, now needs to get a license. And it's as simple as that. And they need to get it by June the 1st, and it's going to cost them 15,000 dirhams.
Okay. So you can't just sort of go out with your phone, take pictures and maybe get paid for it.
I mean, the additional regulations on that is now that you've applied for and got this license, you are now bound by all of the existing media laws that are in effect in the country. So it's the new law is getting the license, but that means that there are a whole new range of laws that you now have to abide by.
Such as clearly labelling things when they're an advert,
Clearly labelling things when they're an advert, abiding by all of the cybercrime laws, abiding by the social media laws, there's TRA regulations. So this isn't a small thing now. I mean, this is sort of an important part of institutionalising the realm of the social media influencer. Okay, so how did the influencers react at the event? I mean, I think the ones at the event, are very keen on it. The ones at the event, ITP has ITP Live, which is a social media influencer agency. So these are people that are on ITP's books and are already established conduits for brand messaging from the advertising agencies in Media City. So these guys are already sort of earning the kind of money that makes that kind of expenditure worthwhile. They're also at a level and a status where, they're able to kind of prove that they are established and that they, for them this isn't an inconvenience and this is actually legitimizing the effort and the energy they put into their social media channel. So they were kind of all for it. I think it's the next tier down where we're beginning to see some kind of slight grumblings really, like this is a barrier to entry. How do I become a social media influencer and turn my following into money, if I can't afford the 15,000 dirhams? If I, so it's a chicken and egg situation. I can afford the 15,000 dirhams if I get paid for my social media following, but I can't get that until I have the license. So we saw some sort of mumblings on Twitter as well at the event where going, well, there's my dreams gone of becoming a social media influencer, or I want to become a micro influencer and I now can't. So I think there's certain people that think this is a disincentive. Okay, let's talk about the other end of the scale, the agency boss. This is Filip Jabbour, CEO of GroupM MENA. GroupM, of course, is one of the world's largest advertising agencies in terms of bookings. Let's talk about his reaction. Yeah, I mean, I think he basically is taking the line that a lot of people in the industry are taking at the agency level, which is good. This is a positive thing in the sense that it's kind of regulating and it's adding more credibility. But I think the flip side of that is we're moving away from the notion of these are peer-to-peer influencers working within their social networks and their communities. These are now boutique media brands. These are media brands that will be judged in exactly the same way that our magazines are being judged. What is your footprint? What is your ROI for advertisers? What is the brand engagement? What am I getting out of pushing my brand through you? So the metrics is all going to be kind of wrapped up in a similar language. So again, it's moving away from the social part and bringing a much more strict business element into this. Okay. And of course, the CEO of our own company, ITP Media Group, he's been featured in the magazine this week because obviously he's a part of all this. And he's actually said that he will take on the expense of all of the licenses for all of the social media influencers on ITP Live's books. And that's kind of an investment of $150,000. That was how he calculated it. But again, he said it wasn't something he was willing to do, it was his duty to do. And again, that offers credibility, it offers verification, it offers a degree of confidence to the brands that we're talking to, that the influencers on our books are verified, they're legal, they're above the law, and they're doing exactly what they need to be doing in terms of abiding by all the other media laws. So the influencers can be approached by brands with confidence. Well, of course, and he's having conversations with the likes of Filip Jabbour, and Filip will no doubt be asking him, well, how do we measure what your influencers do? So this is good for us. This is good for us, and also, it shows a further evolution of the media landscape. ITP began as a traditional print publishing company with magazines. It evolved into websites, it evolved into YouTube series like the one we're doing now. And the social media landscape is just yet another way that we can communicate with the audience in the UAE and the wider region. So for him, it's all part of the same mix. It's just another way that we can communicate.
Okay. Eddie, does this dash our hopes of becoming micro-influencers in our fields?
Well, not if we sign up to ITP Live, because those licenses will be paid for us. So maybe that's the way we go about it.
Fine, fine. Okay, so that's the view of the industry. Shall we finish with my little pithy line that I wrote in the magazine
in
this
your
week?
first word this week, which was very good.
Yeah, thank you. Let's not pretend these phone-wielding, selfie-taking, brand-sharing millennials are about to usurp the established norms of the advertising or media industries. This week, they have just become a part of it.
Wise words.
There we go. You've been watching Inside AB. Please do subscribe, join in with the conversation, and remember, we are live every weekday at 10 a.m. We'll see you next time.